So what's new in update 17.10? This was an hour ago nearly. I nearly completely missed this. I've been in for about 10 minutes now trying to look through things and get some stuff sorted. I was actually watching a TV show when this went up, but I checked just beforehand. That's finished, or an episode has finished, and this was here, so more important things. Now, this is not a new frame. This may be confusing a few people. This is Saryn. This is Saryn's new custom skin. I want to say custom, limited edition or time limited skin. I completely forgot the name of it. It's the deluxe skin. That skin. Now, I've been looking at this, and 165 platinum. At first I thought that's a bit much for a skin. Then I realised it really isn't. That extra 15 platinum shows in the quality of this skin. It actually kind of amazed, as though there is a few glitches here and there. It's nothing noticeable to most people, because they won't play the game enough to realise that, well, it's not supposed to do this and things aren't supposed to do that, and it won't really matter. This is an extra 35 platinum to just the skin, but this seems to be the only way that I've found to get the Melia Sugatra, which is a dangly thing that hangs from the new Dual Zoren, the new Dual Zoren skin. Again, this is only going to be up for 2 weeks. It may return eventually, but for now, it's just kind of a time-locked thing, and after 2 weeks, it'll be gone for a while. Nemesis came back. The Proto Armor for Excalibur came back. Nemesis will one day come back. That's Nyx's skin. Valkyria's kitty cat skin, that will come back. And yes, I did just refer to it as the kitty cat skin. And this one will also one day come back if you do happen to miss it. So there's no need to panic if you're not on. One thing that I have noticed that is kind of bugging me here is, and I cannot demonstrate it here, which is also kind of annoying, which is, again, it's one of those things people won't really notice, but I will point it out to people who are going to ask repetitively, what do you mean? Look at her feet. She's standing on her tiptoes. It just looks weird. It's probably meant to be like that, but it just looks weird. There's no heel on her shoes. She's standing on her tiptoes. That would hurt a hell of a lot after standing up for a while, and running on your tiptoes. Try it one day. It hurts like hell after a while. Now, it does look pretty cool. Actually, you can see it better there, can't you? See her foot? And there's a gap there. It looks like it's meant to be like this, but I don't know. It just looks really weird. There's also this weird thing under there, but that's not something that's wrong. That's like a spores or something all over her. Now, the new Zoren skin looks absolutely amazing as well. It goes really well with it. The Sugatra is the one thing I cannot seem to find anywhere in the marketplace to buy. The skin for the Dual Zoren either. I think they're just part of the pack. So if you're going to buy the skin, an extra 35 platinum, if you can get it, is definitely going to be worth it for the weapons. But the skin in itself does look really nice. The flower moves separately. The skirt actually has physics to it, and kind of like Trinity, moves separately. And it's weird, and I really can't demonstrate this because I've even jumped into a quick mission and tried it there, or it did not work. She doesn't twerk anymore. This is what I mean about the Dual Zoren skin. It's not here anywhere. The Sugatra is not here. It seems to be part of the pack, which that I don't particularly agree with, because there are people who will want the weapon skin that don't use Saryn, and that will be ridiculously expensive just to get the weapon skin. And they probably would have been able to sell that separately and probably ask about the same as these, or even maybe that. Wow, I did not know that cost so much. This is not the only thing that has changed with her. Her abilities have also changed, and I will get more into that in a video in the next few days. But Venom is no longer called Venom, it's called Spores, and it's basically guaranteed viral proc and exploding spores. It sounds like it works pretty much the same. Molt is weird. Spore can be cast on Molt, and Messiah, I still cannot pronounce that one, can also be... Oh, I've lost it. It can be cast in range, and it will feed Molt. So Molt has been changed a lot. And Toxic Slash? Yeah, that sounds like what Venom used to do, and it adds Toxin, but it also does the spores. So it sounds like it's kind of spore-ish. They've just made it completely weird. What I cannot figure out is she now has a passive that is 25% increased status effect duration. Is that on her abilities or is that on weapons? This one I don't get though. They've changed it so calculated shot from this Sentinel. It now targets sensor bars, the things above the doors on Grenier, that kind of suck your power if you don't destroy them before going through, and arc traps. I kind of thought all Sentinels did that anyway, but it says that they'll monitor it to see how well it works. It's supposedly a unique trait. I have seen other Sentinels shoot the arc traps. That's why I'm saying I always thought this was just a thing that was in there, but no, apparently it is completely new and it's just to this Sentinel. And there it is, calculated shot. So it's a change to that mod and that mod only. That, as I say, it'll shoot sensor bars and arc traps now. Of course, I had to accept them all this morning, didn't I? So there's absolutely none in there because I've been in and sorted it out today. And they've added a decline all option. There is an accept all to friend invites. They have added a decline all as well. There is also the feature added in the profile. If you go to equipment and sort by, you can set it by used. Now this goes by... Could you go back to all, please? Thank you. This goes by the percentage of used. So obviously it throws everything in here. Sentinels, Cobras, Archwing, primaries, Warframes. But as you can see, 75, 75, 40, 35, 33, 33... 29. It's not total time of gameplay used on that. They are in their own categories. Problem is when you go to Warframe, it actually adds in the Archwings under here. So it says these Archwings are more used than my Frost. I am actually surprised my Frost has such little experience on him. XP of 73 million. That is, yeah, I really hope that's gone over because I'm pretty sure it should be higher than that, considering Carrier himself has 174 million. No. I've never made sense of that anyway. Plus kills, almost. They have added something else which I like, which has become a problem because my other screen has just gone black. I finally got my other screen sorted and for some reason it's gone completely black, so I'll just wing this. If you go to your profile then to equipment, there is a new option here which is used, which will list it as percentage of used. You can see 75 down here, the Bratton's 29. It's actually much more visible on the most used of their own categories. Now what I do think they should do is, if I go to most used Warframes, it lists the Archwings first. First off, I use that a hell of a lot. And I have used the Eltron a hell of a lot more than the Itzar. But nonetheless, Archwing should be given its own tab. Now this tab exists in the Foundry and in your inventory if you go to Escape, Equipment and Inventory while on the Lisette or the Mantis. Depends which one you've got. It's the Orbiter. If you do it on there, you can actually see you have Archwing with its own tab. Prime parts have its own tab. Just Archwing and Archwing weapons here. These two should be brought over to it, because that would seriously clear up this menu, and same with the Warframe ones. If it's just 2 extra tabs, one for the Archwings and one for the Archwing weaponry. I do believe melee is the same, yeah, Archwing melee. And considering I've been using the Prisma Veritux and there it is, the Imperator Vandal so much, I was surprised to see that the normal Imperator and the Centaur was actually higher up the list. I do like the Centaur, that was a really good weapon. But if they had their own options, you'd be able to go into something and go, well, I've used this weapon, which is your most used, a hell of a lot. I found it funny to see that there, considering I haven't used that weapon in so goddamn long. Headshots, 912. Yeah, that's spray and pray for you right there, considering the next worst used, which is only 10%, is a hell of a lot more. Ew, I don't know why the synod's here. Anyway, you always use this weapon. You can scroll to the bottom and go, okay, I'll use whatever's at the bottom of the list for a while. Not to get it to go up the list, but just because it will be the weapon you've used the least. Warframes are the same. I could not believe the Twin Grakata here. Melee is exactly the same. I really want to re-equip these, but come on, these things just look so nice. Which sucks, because they are pretty nice. I got really used to using them, but according to this, it has a 0 accuracy and has only had 10 kill assists. But has only killed 146 people. The scanner has killed more, and I'm getting completely sidetracked. 27,000 kills with that. Wow, that's more than... Why is that so high up here? Anyway, I will cut my babbling off in that menu a bit early, because I may have gone on a bit of a rant about weaponry. So hopefully I haven't left that to run too long, because I just realised I recorded like 5 minutes of me ranting about why weapons are higher up than others and Warframe math. Anyway, I think we'll leave this off here for now. Again, I will come back to Saryn in the next few days and have a look at her ability changes in a lot more detail, but that's after it's had... I'm expecting a hotfix or two within the first 12 or so hours, hence I haven't jumped straight in and started to cover her. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. As usual, in the description below will be a list of everything and the changes. The fixes will be under the link, which is also in the comment section below, which will take you to the forum post to read through them, because there's a fair few fixes to go with this for, again, visual things and little bugs here and there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. I'm gonna go do this mission.